the majority of our state believes in marriage equality. The majority of our state supports organizations like Planned Parenthood, things that the Christie budgets in the past have cut. The majority of our state believes in things like the Earned Income Tax Credit. And this is, again, something that's seen cuts this governor, who is actually a guy that I've come to know and have a lot of respect for. He's always kept his word to me, but he has different beliefs on issues. And so I'm not a guy that vilifies our governor. I'm simply a guy that says when voters have the opportunity to choose and they look at the clear difference between the majority of New Jerseyans and the governor's policy decisions, they're going to have to make a directional choice in this state. And so right now, we often get caught up in personalities, affection. What I always try to focus on is just facts, data, and policy. That's how I try to make my choices for who I.
Can you give me a policy grade for Governor Christie? If you had to give him a policy grade right now, what would you give him?
Again, it's not something that I want to give a holistic grade, because there's areas where he's done some things that I've agreed with. I've actually stood up with the governor. I'm not a reflexive partisan guy, and I think our country, maybe if we for a year in America just got rid of the labels, a Republican and Democrat, we might actually get a lot more done if we stopped focusing on parties. Because I know people on both sides of the aisle, as soon as somebody says they're Republican, I don't like that person. They stop even listening to their ideas.
Right.
And right now, no party has a monopoly on the truth. I sit in a city that has benefited from empowerment zones. That was an idea that came from, and was at least championed from Jack Kemp. So he was a Republican. And so I'm the kind of guy that those want to give some kind of grade to Christie or think he's a Republican, so therefore he gets an F, he fails. I'd like to just simply segment the governor's areas and look at them and make my own decision. And while I do believe, and the governor I have partnered in substantive ways, I've gotten to know him. I've actually gotten to know his family. This is why I have no patience for the vilification or the cheap shots of the governor.